a level of self-dependence.
Beauty of Ashraya was that rather than come out with a scheme which said, okay, we will give so much housing, we will give so much subsidy support, we will give so much clothing, etc., they looked at it from the other side. They looked at each and every individual and every family as a project. Names and the details of the destitute were cleared. The next step was to identify their needs. So this care package would look at infrastructural needs also, social infrastructure like housing, drinking water, sanitation. But then beyond that, it would also be looking at clothing, it would be looking at food, it would be looking at health care, it would be looking at livelihood support. In case there were children, it would also be looking at educational support and things like that. So the idea was to try to mainstream, to bring these mainstream. There was also the understanding that Ashraya could not happen, it could not be a one-year program. So therefore, bucking the trend of annual plans, Ashraya was a project which had at least a 3-year purview. So funds were actually set aside for the Ashraya program for over a period of 3 years. And the next important part of it was that once these family plans were developed and the projects, the amount that was required to be brought into the program was identified, the next step was to converge funds. So you had a lot of schemes going. So one idea was to converge all these schemes and bring them together into Ashraya. The second was to look at various agencies. You had sponsorships and people with a lot of money who would be willing to support these kind of people, to identify that and bring that in. It could come in different forms. It could come either as financial support or it could come by way of adoption. Somebody would just say that, okay, I will sponsor their food. We've had hoteliers who've sponsored food of poor people. You had women from Kudumbashree who've offered their services as bystanders when they have to be hospitalized. So that kind of community involvement and support was also brought in by way of Ashraya.
Bhaiya, can you tell me about some real cases that you covered? I mean, that would really help me to understand the real significance of the Ashraya project.
Sunaina, I have covered lots of individual projects. Let me think of some. Yes.
One such beneficiary was Devki Amma of Malayamadam area in Kilimanur Gram Panchayat of Thiruvananthapuram. She is a widow and has a large family of 7 persons. Her 3 sons are all mentally challenged. She had a dilapidated house, unable to provide them shelter from the forces of nature. There was nobody to fend for them. Now, after she was identified as a beneficiary, her hopes of a life of dignity have been rekindled, as she now sees her new concrete house being built brick by brick. All this due to the Ashraya project.
There are so many others.
But the results of the Ashraya project has been stupendous, right?
Yes, it has been stupendous, yes.
One moment, one more question. But whenever we take a new step or whenever a bold initiative is taken, it always faces stiff opposition, right? So, did it happen with Ashraya also? I'm sure.
Yes, it happened. It happened with Ashraya also. I mean, it was not all a smooth ride from the beginning.
When we also look at the implementation on the field, we realize that there are certain roadblocks that we have faced, not just by way of availability of funds and identification of beneficiary, but that has also meant that when you scaled up the program, that in some places they're not exactly clear as to how to go about it. How do you provide medicines? How do you provide food support? How do you link it up with the PDS? So these have been questions for which there is a gap in terms of the framework that is stopping a lot of people who should be implementing the program from taking it forward, afraid of audit and objections later on.
So you see now, the planners were able to convince the local institutions to take the ownership of the task. And gradually, the local bodies also got involved more deeply. And the whole mechanism was put into effect successfully.
Then Ashraya must have achieved a lot.
Ashraya project has achieved a path-breaking success in fulfilling its aim. The first and the foremost achievements are
all-round acceptance of the identification process, willingness to provide higher order of assistance to the identified families, progressive empowerment of the targeted families, ensuring basic needs like shelter, sanitation, and drinking water during the project period, transformation in the attitudes and approaches of persons involved in the project, the ability of the State Poverty Eradication Mission to play the role of a conscientious facilitator by motivating the elected local governments. The highlight of this ASHRAY project is that it had been awarded the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration in the year 2006-2007.
Bhaiya, whatever you have told me about ASHRAY project has been really enlightening and very aspiring.
I know.
But I just wish and hope that this kind of project could be implemented across the nation. Is this possible?
It is possible. It is very much possible. All the other states can replicate this model. But for that, we have to first look at the regions, at the key reasons for the success of this ASHRAY project. And those reasons include
Conscious decision to reach the unreached, transparent criteria for inclusion, involvement of community-based organization of the poor themselves, holistic concept of need, plans tailored to each family, convergence of existing schemes and services and gap filling, primacy to care and compassion more than material assistance, continued support till a threshold is reached.
apart from these reasons, the planners also told me about the factors that made this project sustainable.
We are aware that there are institutionalization issues, which is why precisely why we have been looking at addressing this program, revisiting this program, looking at the care packages, trying to build in a framework. Of course, when we do that, we will be certainly impinging upon the creativity that the program has shown. But then when a program gets older, it is time not for creativity but for sustainability, and then we need to have a standardized pattern, and that is what we will be bringing in. We will lose a little bit, but then what we will gain in terms of endurance, it will be enduring, and that's what we hope to achieve. So I do believe that we will be able to make a sustainable model out of ASHRAY.
And what about this project being replicated by other states?
As far as replicability of this project is concerned, the message that the planners actively associated with this project wanted to convey was a loud and clear. Why not?
Targeting of destitute and helping them out, coming out with these components of bringing in convergence of schemes, bringing in convergence of resources, human resources, looking at a larger time frame and looking at a family profile and scaling that up. All these are replicable components.
Yeah, bhaiya. I wish to echo the same sentiments. Why not? Why cannot we have this scheme at the national level? We do not come across such a scheme very often.
You keep on thinking about it. I am feeling very tired. Let me take some rest.
You can go, bhaiya, and have some rest. But before leaving, I just want to tell you that this whole conversation has really provoked the creative and innovative juices in my mind. In fact, I am thinking to have a model based on ASHRAY project, at least at my community level. I have started imagining the happy, contented and the confident faces of the people who were provided help and shelter, the ASHRAY.